So by now we all know that The Simpsons have had a rough couple of seasons. After all, the last few times I talked about The Simpsons in length were the ever infamous The Principal and the Pauper and Bart vs. Itchy and Scratchy. Two episodes a few decades apart that have some pretty bad reputations. But something weird has been happening with The Simpsons in its newest season. It's been getting good. Not classic Simpsons good, but the episodes this season have been better than the last few seasons have been. Today I wanted to take a look at one of the newer episodes, Diary Queen. This episode begins with an impromptu music number. It's fine, the lyrics aren't catchy or anything, the song isn't the most memorable thing, but it's short and sung well. So Flanders is having a yard sale to get rid of things he doesn't need, and he quickly realizes that the town is full of people who aren't very respectful with the things they buy. Bart and Milhouse come up with 2 boxes full of books asking to buy them, which leads into a kind of funny joke with Nelson.
There's no bad words in these, if that's what you're looking for. I cut them all out.
Thank you, adultery ass.
That joke does get a slight chuckle out of me. Anyway, if you've seen the show before, you know Bart didn't buy those books to read. His actual intention is to create a burning obstacle for a video. In doing so, he finds a diary that belonged to his old teacher, Mrs. Krabappel. Bart uses this diary to commit grand theft and enters the teacher's lounge at school. Soon enough, he comes across an entry that sounds like her thoughts on Bart. And Milhouse interprets it as her thinking that Bart has potential. And we get a quick montage of Bart succeeding all the way up to being the person who fixes the president's squeaky chair. It's a clever joke that undercuts Bart's potential. Normally you would expect Bart would end up as president. That's where I thought the episode was going. But no, they undercut the montage with just a slight bit of cynicism. Bart has all this potential but aspires to be someone who fixes slight annoyances for powerful people. So Bart decides that he's going to live up to his potential, helping others in his own way, starting out with helping a short kid get a drink from a water fountain, and ending with him defacing the school to write Skinner is not a wiener. Bart's teacher gives him a pop quiz, and he actually gets a good grade, passing the test. And this scene has my favorite joke of the episode.
It's B, and after B, the next answer is usually C, and the next one I can get from Martin.
There's something about him stealing the third answer that gets me every time. Lisa comes into the episode and quickly figures out that Bart misunderstood the diary entry, with it being about Mrs. Krabappel's cat, not Bart. So she decides to lie to Bart because he's actually improving, putting her in the moral dilemma of continue the lie for her brother's improvement or set him straight because it'll most likely stop him from spiraling downward as badly when he does inevitably find out. If there's anything I don't like about this episode, is how Lisa is portrayed. Lying to Bart is making her have anxiety, and the only way to stop it is to tell the truth. She eventually tells him because he answers a spelling bee without studying. Telling Bart breaks his confidence, and he hides in his treehouse. Ultimately, I don't think Bart misinterpreting the journal entry is beneficial to the story. I think showing Bart living up to his potential backed the writers into a corner. They needed a way for him to go back to normal, and having it all be a lie is an easy way out. If he had failed at the spelling bee, it would have ended with him feeling worse because he let his teacher who believed in him down, which would lead into Ned showing up to cheer up Bart and reassure him. In the actual episode, Bart learns that Mrs. Krabappel did actually believe in him, and that he was simply misunderstood. She wanted to help him become the person she knew he could be, and refused to leave Springfield because of him. It's a really nice touching moment that The Simpsons is pretty good at capturing when they put the effort in. And this episode is special because it allows Bart to say goodbye to his teacher that was such a big part of the show. Now, at the time of writing, this episode came out 2 weeks ago, but I wrote this while moving, so who knows when it came out. The episode Road to Cincinnati is an episode I would recommend. I Columbus was pretty good, as was Now Museum, Now You Don't. The Treehouse of Horror was great, and Sorry Not Sorry was a good Lisa episode. The other episodes, while not as memorable, weren't really bad. So far, the worst episode of the season has been Wad Goals, mostly because it isn't very interesting. Bart gets a job and kisses up to rich people for money. Give season 32 a shot if you enjoyed the early Simpsons episodes. There are good episodes in here, and if they continue this trend, Simpsons might finally come out of its seasonal rot that's been in forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. And if you have something you want to see, let me know. I'm working on other bigger projects that are going to take some time.